What's up? Ricky and Alvin, welcome. Thank you for the package redeems. Let's do it. Savior, welcome. Plexus, welcome. Oh. Alright. Oh shit, did I put cloudnine? I meant cloudnine. Whoops. Yeah, let me fix that. Alright. Oh, I think I also need to update my build command. And my keyboard command. Springs lamb alert. That's on these CK pastel thistle switches, and I think I have them. I just haven't tuned them yet. Did you get on that derivative EC kit too? I didn't. I didn't even know. I had no clue. I feel like I've been getting all these messages about derivative stuff, and my thought was like it's just extras. So I haven't been reading it too much. I didn't know there was an EC kit part of the whole announcement situation. Is it still available, or is it gone now? Oh, it was like a milled plate? Oh. Like for the Blue Ridge? Ah, let's see. Derivative updates. It did it a couple days ago. Ah, shit. Oh, I missed that one. Extra parts and add-ons. Yeah, looks not available. I don't know where it was. Oh, it was on Clever. Okay. Let's see this. Oh, damn. Sold out, huh? That would have been cool. I wonder how it is. I know Live Oak was like this, and it was actually pretty nice. Live Oak's was a palm plate. What is this one? What's included? Oh, palm. Okay, so it is palm as well here. I'm curious about oh, it does actually look similar to how they handled the Live Oaks stabilizers. Can maybe still get it on if you hit them up. Not sure though. Yeah, wouldn't mind. Where do I go? Like, was this in the JJW Discord, or was this like a different Discord? All right. Anyways, first package here is M2x7 screws. So I wanted to try these over the 8mm, just because I thought it was a little too long for this Class 60. And so I'm thinking we'll try the M2x7, see if it catches. I'm curious to see, and even if it doesn't, I mean, whatever. I have M2x7 screws. Okay, this is. Trying to open this. Okay, so that's our first package. Second package, also from Amazon. Just some extra USB-C female to USB mini male. I just needed more because I keep losing it. So, all right, sweet. So I guess we'll get started on the cloudnine. But I do have a bunch of news and notes worth mentioning. Let's pull this out. Whoa, buddy. Heavy boy. Having to see it looking at the Blue Ridge. Let me look up clever in the JJW Discord. Maybe they'll mention. Oh, I totally missed this. Yeah, someone said it was live mid-February. And no one here mentioned it. I guess no one here is in tune with derivative stuff. So, all good. Whatever. Okay, so, about this class 60. The actual typing sound and feel is actually kind of nice. So that's pretty cool, except like the overall experience is actually horrible. It's really horrible because of this like chatter. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a calibration tool for this because it's not VIA compatible. I don't know. I don't even know where what Discord I go to ask questions like this for, because whatever Discord it is, I'm not in it. All right. So here is our previous build, and I don't know. There's just something that doesn't seem quite right about this, and there's a part of me that feels like it's attributable to the plate that was used. And so we got one redone. And now I want to like kind of want to redo this, and especially because like we've done this build like twice already. This is gonna be our third and final time building, and if it's not good this time, then I don't know. Or this should be our third and final time building it. I think I'll be getting in on the key called 0 just because of the green. Ah. Yeah, so I did want to talk about that too. The key called 0. What are your guys' thoughts? I saw the page, so it looks like everything's listed as sold out, but I'm guessing it's just like a preview page. Is that right? When I saw it, like I first saw that link, I was like a little concerned. I was like, did this thing sell out already? It goes live on Wednesday or so. I see. Is it something that's in stock? Or is this like a pre-order? Yeah, I'm a little curious. I mean, like, I'd like to get one. But I don't know what color I would get. And it's like, it's kind of interesting that, like, they don't really have very many uniform color options. Like, the same color for every part. I think the green is the closest, but everything else otherwise you're gonna have to like mix and match. I just want people to test it out before it's live. I see. I think it's group buy. I know that the 160 is supposed to be. God damn. This thing is super annoying. Basically, it's almost like they might have threaded this pass-through hole. It's kind of what it feels like, at least. Configure confusing a tab when I was picking a layout. You have to force WinKey, then add on extra HHKB or WinKeyless frame. So confused for like 5 minutes. Like, why can't I just pick HHKB? Oh, is that right? I was trying to mess with it too, but I thought that like you'd still be able to do it, and it's just like a visual thing. I can't grab this. It's force WinKey and you have to add on the extra frame. I see. Alrighty. So here's this alternate layout text. Honestly, what it is, really, right? Okay, gaskets, pull these off. I'm gonna pull keycaps off. This is, these are Deskys parts, and I think, so the goal here is to go and try to get Topre parts back on. So we first try to run the Topre, like a Topre build specifically, with harvested Real Force parts, and that didn't really work out, and that was probably due to like the screws. And we switched over to this, and like I still was somewhat unhappy with it. Maybe it's because I switched to Deskys, and I also switched to the screws on the top, but I was just like, well, we just gotta make a threaded plate for this, and luckily, you know, we were able to do that through Pinocchio, and we're gonna test to see if it works as well as maybe this Class 60 one does. So that's where we are. Ooh, okay. So there we go. And yeah, I guess we're just gonna pull all of this apart. What do you think about that? I'm not sure. I'm not fully sure if we need to for the purpose of the build, but for the breakdown we do. We do need to just take off the PCB. What am I looking for? I'm looking for another tray. All right, so some news and notes. Well, for today, we are going to be working on this build and breakdown and everything, and then we're also probably going to, if time permits, considering we don't know what direction this is going to go, we should be working on a pp60 rebuild as well. I just want to change out the switches there. I think these H1s, I don't know, man. It feels like some of the stems are shrinking. But we'll just, we'll see. So yesterday, I met up with Randy, and we got a bunch of good stuff, which included some new PBB parts to finish out my my collection, or what I need for, I guess would not necessarily include this build, but the KV2. I feel like this is not a good place to put this. All right, let's leave it like there. All right. Okay, let me grab the plates. Alright, so I had 2 of them made, just because it seemed like the price break was good. But I'm hearing from actually now kind of multiple people that there's some interest, so maybe I should have produced more. Okay, so here's one. That's two, but this is what we got here. And I think I'm going to need to gasket this because, as we kind of seen, some of these. Did we gasket this one? I think we did. Some of these cutouts I think seem a little bit wider, so let's just do it. Also, I think I ended up using whatever parts I had in here for maybe, no, I don't think it was the Class 60, but some other recent EC build, I think. Let me check. Did I? What EC have I done recently? Taycan. Was it the Taycan? I think it was. So we took out the Taycan parts, or we took out the original cloudnine topiary build that we had here, and those were sitting for just a little, you know, like what was it, a couple weeks, maybe less than a couple weeks, but we decided to do the Taycan rebuild to be also in topiary, and I think those were the parts that I used, the leftovers from this cloudnine. Conan, welcome. So what that entails is we're going to need to retune housings and stuff. I do have some parts that I did, like I've had them harvested for a while, and then I finally got around to doing like an ultrasonic cleaning for them. I think they were from like a 106 UB or something. So those are off to the side, and we'll grab those. And then like I think after that, I just have a bunch of parts that are individually taken from, or like they're, you know, leftovers of however many keyboards I took, you know, parts from, minus the 60 needed for HHKBs. So I could probably just like mix and match them to do future topiary builds should it ever come up. We just have to see. I guess what's kind of cool also is that I just be able to, you know, once I get all the housings done, I'll just be able to transfer. I'll probably use the same exact domes. All right. Let's talk about stuff we've bought. It's a new month, new money. So I mentioned last week that I bought a Brooklyn comforter. Brooklyn comforter and a duvet cover set. And the duvet set was like, I don't know, it's a pattern I really like from them that's they're now putting on clearance because, you know, they're not going to run it anymore. I was just like, man, why didn't I just wait? But duvet cover came from their sales section, which is like a great deal over. Oh, Technique, welcome back. Good to see you again. It's like over half off. So I decided over the weekend, like maybe I should get another one. So I did. So now I'll have 2 of these duvet sets coming in. When all of the sudden, yesterday, I got an email notification that Ralph Lauren finally restocked their Teddy Stripe bedding. And it's really expensive, especially like the duvet set. But I ended up buying it because I'm just like, oh man, what if this is gone again? So now I have a bunch of bedding coming in. I just spent a ton of money on bedding. Kind of unnecessary, but this is where we landed. I probably shouldn't have placed that second Brooklyn in order. Anyways, I also got in on Verdant Retro, or is that what it's called? Verdant Retro. You're gonna be so ready for the nuclear winter. I know, right? I got a Canon Keys gift card from my my Freya PCB return. So I got in on Verdant Retro. I didn't get the extension kit, just the base. But I think you still got time saver. There's still plenty time. The one that's ending sooner actually is DCS Cafe, which I'm still on the fence about. What do you guys think? I feel like it's a very dark brown. I don't know. Is that how you guys consider it? It's a very dark brown? Like, I feel like you can never have enough brown, but the brown there is pretty dark. Also, I'm going to put this headband on. But on the fence about that one too. Mint Fresh Mike, welcome back. All right, that's better. Tina helped me take off my braids yesterday. And I've still kept it unwashed. Because I realized I've never been on stream with curly hair. Let's see what else we got here. Worked on some switches. I finally tuned, we tuned this U4TX. I don't know if you guys remember, but the U4TX is pretty interesting because I think they're like kind of that half silent design. And I feel like that's kind of the same or at least similar design that the TTC silent bluish tactiles have, bluish white. I haven't really gotten around to packing prizes yet, but I think I do. I do need to set aside that time. I'm behind by like 3 months, and also I actually did just sell a key set earlier, so I'm gonna have to be packing stuff anyways. But fortunately, all this stuff is just flats. Savior, I have your plates, so that's gonna be the Frog Mini plate, EC plate. And then I kept one plate, but then I also gave you an extra one. So Randy recently gave me 3 plates. I think one is like an FR4 half. Another one is like laminate full. And then he also gave me a palm full. So I decided to keep the palm. But then I remembered also that when Randy gave me his Frog Mini, when Randy gave me his Frog Mini, it included that build with the I think it was Palm Alps, like an Alps palm plate that I had to kind of mangle to make it work with split right shift. So in case you would ever want to try it out, You got like an extra H60 lying around or something. That's an option. So yeah, I'll be including those 3 plates, and then yeah, I'm keeping the Palm MX. So I don't have Topo Alps and MX config for my Frog Mini. That's sick. I think I have that for my Falcon, but I probably don't enjoy my Falcon quite as much as you enjoy your Frog Mini, so. How many of these did I take out? What? Alright, so we're almost done here. Second to last row. The last one's a pretty short one. Then we're going to do some tuning for the rail force parts, which I'll have to track those down. They're somewhere around here. Anyone know if an EC60X PCB could work with this? The Cloud9? So it does use a JST here. So like that's kind of hopeful. But I don't know, maybe Savior, I don't know if you kind of can recall or just quickly check how close are the Cloud9's plate holes to the EC60X configuration for it. Because if they're different, you would just have to cut a different plate. Like one that has the outer shape that the Cloud9 has, but the holes of an EC60 style plate. Which I can't really speak for. I've still not built with an EC60X. I've never done any other Topo conversions or EC conversions. Pretty sure the holes are pretty off. You also think about got to think about the onboard USB-C. Is there not a JST version of the EC60? That's a pretty weird one. This hole's kind of weird. Okay, quickly, actually, before I continue, I kind of want to check. Do these holes actually match up? I think they do. Yeah. Looks good. Yeah. Okay. Cool. There is JSC on the PCB. I just hate taking off the USB-C. Oh, fair. Okay. All right, so we got to do these 2Us now. Oh, I don't know why I have this page on here. Let's see if I can take this off. Seems it would take some work. I am on a mission. It's a good mission. All right. Finish these off here. Who is that? Oh my goodness. Boo! Just kidding. How do you win? Thank you for the raid. How's it going? King Marty, welcome. How's the stream? I peeked in a little bit. Saw the velvet build. What? How did that go? I noticed there was like a crazy situation with like the mounting. Did it end up working out? HHKB Velvet makes me want. Bro got tortured. Yeah, how did it go? So like it looks like, because I'm not that familiar with the build, but it's like a different type of like O-ring mounting. Like what happened there exactly? Has nothing holding the first O-ring in? I see. So is it something that like because I'm guessing you did put like some dummy bottoms on the corners, right? But then there's like something else, there's like there's something else that has to hold a first O-ring that just is present in like another type of build, but not in the HHKB version. It's just a poorly designed board. Imagine F18X O-ring, except it's not cut up. Oh. Huh. Not sure you're smoking something good. So it has tension and 0.5 millimeter ledge that you're wrapping it around. The O-ring has to hold onto the ledges in the top case, but the ledge is so shallow it just straight up slips off. Oh, I see. That's really weird. And Dixius, welcome. Okay, so we finished gasketing this plate. Let's see if I can find the parts I need. We have dinner now. All right. Hey, thank you for the raid. Hope you have a good one. Okay, so I recently... No, this is not it. Come on, man. Did I use it for something else? I'm a little lost it. There's a batch of parts that I'm like, did I use them already? Let me check. Recent builds that I've done. So I made custom gaskets for the Valhalla, but even those migrate apparently. Oh shit. Damn. That's crazy. Alright. So let's take a look. For those just coming in for the first time, my name's Chris. I collect a bunch of HHKB layout boards, and I keep close tabs on my collection here. So you can see some of the latest builds that I've done. So this has PVB housings and sliders. When was the last time I did? Oh. Last time I did a build was, yeah, this Taycan, and then prior to that was the Type B. Did I do that on the Type B? When did I build this? February 3rd. There's no way. Because I feel like I did that cleaning way more recently than that. So I have a set of Real Force parts, and I don't know where they are. Anybody else here ever just like lose stuff? Alright, let's poke around. Oh, is that it? Ah, I think this is it. Okay. Okay, this is a 91, and yeah, I did, this is the stuff I cleaned. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, we're good. So I'm just gonna punch all these in, and then I guess we'll tune the 1Us. Get the sliders in, tune the 2Us, and this spacebar wire. And then that hopefully should be it for like the kind of hard parts of this. Plastic Bits, welcome. Thank you for the Chronos D-Dust, which I realize is kind of blocked. I did actually bring this out yesterday to meet up with Randy. Randy's been giving me so much free stuff lately. I feel like I owe him. So he gave me a bunch of like EC parts, some Densys parts, some PVB parts. and so forth. So actually, I gave up one of my my archetypes. There's a Kolk, like a green Christmas Kolk. I feel like I should clean my Real Force parts more often because these look really nice when they're clean. I've been harvesting all these like Real Force parts and then not cleaning them. But these are actually really nice looking. Still behind on photo shoots. I need to shoot the stuff I'm trying to sell. Between keyboard stuff and a bunch of clothes that I need to get up on. Old clothes that I want to get up on Depop or Grailed or something. So key code 0 is supposed to be soon. We could look at the configurator together because I'm still trying to figure out what would be a cool, nice color combo to get for it. But then I was also reading that the 160 is supposed to happen in mid-March, so also pretty soon. It's pretty crazy like how quickly all this like novel keys, key cult stuff is being pushed out. Okay, so those are all the 1Us. So pricey for all alu. For the 0? It's just funny because when you get to the 160, it's like the all alu is like the cheapest option. But I kind of want all alu for both. Like I'm interested. All right. Oh, wrong baggie. Apparently copper and brass bottoms are coming later for the 0? All right. So what we're doing is we're lubing these rails where the slider actually makes the contact. And again, I feel like I gotta clean these housings more because this is like the first clean housings that I feel like I've put on from harvested parts. I'm like, wow, this thing is sparkly. Not sure if the 0 or the 160s. I see. Oh, sounds like this playlist finished. Okay, I got concerned. I was like, did I do this right? Okay. It's like, did I punch these in from the wrong side? I was worried. All right. Been watching Mushoku Tensei. Great show. Oh shit. All right. One more row of the first corners. There's 2 on every housing. So we're gonna have to flip this shortly. Okay. Flip that around. Do it again. Hey guys, flying solo today? Yes. Oh, I feel like I'm getting my hair inside of these lubed housings. I gotta like be more careful. Wise Donkey, welcome. Okay, second row done. All right, fourth row. So the 0, interesting, can do a cork bottom, wonder how that would sound. It seems interesting, but honestly there's a part of me that's just like, it's interesting, but I don't know that I feel optimistic about it. I think I just like metal, so. Okay. Where did I put that? God. Oh, here it is. All right. So that's all done, and we can punch in all of these now. Oh, wrong bag. This one. Yeah, one of those novelty things you can, but doesn't mean you should. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know, but I feel like I shouldn't write it off so soon. But my heart is. My heart is exactly doing that. Oh, dang. I thought you were tired of heavy keyboards. Cork is pretty light. Ricky, welcome. Well, I just kind of figure that the key called 0, I mean, just doing all alu is still not going to be that heavy. Like, I like the weight of alu. I think heavy boards entail things that are, like, significantly heavier than aluminum. Alright, so we're putting this together. I used the Sakura pink in my Type B. And now I do have available both the wasabi green and dandelion yellow OEM keycaps from HHKB available to use. What do you guys think you might want to see? I'm leaning towards yellow, but specifically for this cloudnine. Anyone here have any strong preferences? Tan Popo. HC Toasty. Welcome. What is Tan Popo? Oh, damn it. Hello. That's Japanese word for the yellow caps? Oh. Got it. Hey, did you have any idea? Like, I just totally missed the ball on this, derivative EC kit. Just totally missed it. Okay. So all that's punched in. I just learned about it today. Apparently it ended like a couple days ago. Did you want any else thing happening? Can understand missing a few of them. Yeah, man. I mean, truthfully, it's just like I get all my news from Twitch, specifically my Twitch chat. So if no one mentions it in my Twitch chat, I feel like I just don't know about it. So if you guys don't want to gatekeep things from me, then that's the easiest way. Is just don't talk about them. Don't talk about them in my chat. So I know of the Astrodomes, but wait, why are there only? Oh, there's only 3. When you say didn't miss, do you mean did it already happen? I left all the EC Discord, so I wouldn't. Oh, you left all of them? That's crazy. The news? No, not yet. I see. Okay. Right, I didn't know you left all of them. I'm done. Oh, Randy. Question. So a long while back, you gave me these cream Alps that were undampened and linearized. By any chance, did you linearize them for a reason? Because I just tried retactilifying them. And I realized you probably linearized them for a reason. Didn't touch them. I got them from someone. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, the tactility leaves are wildly inconsistent. Retactilify. Yeah, so I think I have to undo all this work. Which, I mean, I guess is fine because I was planning on putting it in the Martingale build. And if you guys know me at all, it's that, like, if I have, like, 2 builds for something, I typically don't like to do, like have both builds be similar. Like, I try to have the build be as different as possible. So, like, in this case, I've already done, like, a build on the Martingale with the tactile, like the Gateron weightlessness tactile switches. So I feel like if my goal was to use Alps on these for the second build, I should probably just keep these linear because I think these are the only ones I have like left. So it's like it's fine. Like it's just interesting though because they're wildly inconsistent, but like man, some of them sound really good. They sound and feel really good, and then some of them are just like, man, why? It's not that they sound bad, but it's like, why is it so different? helps things for sure. Ah, shit. Oh. I am now realizing something a little funny. I think I actually have exactly one 6U Topre stabilizer left, which is good for this stream, but I'm realizing, you know? I feel like I'm not putting enough. All right. Hey, Al, didn't think I'd find a keyboard stream at this hour. Nice surprise. DNA True Shot Official. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I kind of miss when there would be like more streamers for sure. But glad you could be here. Welcome to the stream. Working on a cloudnine EC build. We're trying to do this with Topre parts. I had a new EC plate custom cut to have the holes tapped. So the plate is threaded, you don't need standoffs, and I want to see if this will improve the experience. Because as it stands, the given cloudnine EC kit with the group buy, I don't know, it just seemed like something was a little bit strange about it. So hopefully producing this plate was worth it. Let's find out. Happy to be. Oh, that sounds nice. I'm just lubing, filming, and spring swapping some switches. Nice. What switches you got? What you working on? We're about to do an MX build after this too. Or hopefully. If it doesn't go way too crazy long. Alright. Sweet. Okay. And then there should be one more bag I'm looking for. Okay, I think it's this. First batch of mixies I've grabbed. Nice. Okay. So with this, I think I'm officially out of Topre stabilizers. I like cherry switches. Cherry switches are nice. Alright, Randy has given me a bunch of stuff yesterday. So shouts out to Randy. We got more of these little risers. Which I wanted to try to like glue them together. Oh, DNA. Thank you for the follow. I want to try to glue them together. So I could have them be like extra tall, extra risen up. All right. Casual Toper Enjoyer, welcome back again. Alright. So the thought here is I can just move everything that's here. What other news I got for you? I have been playing Pokemon Violet. I don't know how much I'm supposed to say because I don't know if this stuff is like spoilers, you know? I beat my second gym and then I beat a thing. I beat something that if it's a spoiler, I guess I shouldn't say it. Oh, new season of Splatoon just started, so now I have motivation to play again. Try to get myself back into X-Rank. So it says you're an HHKB collector. I've ordered my first. Beyond the obvious, anything I should be aware or expecting when building one? Well, I have a follow-up question before I answer that. Is it like a Topre HHKB or is it like an HHKB layout MX build? Okay, so that's that. And we should just be able to slap this on. Okay, and now I want to try these. These are HHKB layout 60CU. Oh, the Neo 60CU. Anything you should be expecting? I guess it's like, well, you don't have arrow keys. You also don't have your standard corner control keys. So it's like kind of navigating and getting used to the muscle memory of, a keyboard like that. I'm not sure if you already might potentially be using, some of this in like other boards that you have, but like typically you'll be mounting your control or you're mapping your control to this key right here where you usually have caps lock. And then your arrow keys are dictated by going to a second layer, holding this FN key, and then touching these diamonds, like this diamond shape for arrows. So that's like, that's like the kind of the biggest thing I would say. Oh, and also the backspace drops to the second row. All right, let's try 7. M27. Ooh, okay, so this does work. Of course, you could always, I mean, if you're getting like an MX, you know, something that presumably you could remap it to however you want. But that's kind of like something that's native to, you know, like Topre HHKBs that people usually try to like bring over, is a layout that looks like that. This is a little weird. Is it not? Some of these maybe not deep enough? Oh, maybe it's not actually catching? I don't know. Great, thanks. Yeah. Okay, some of them are going in. These middle ones I'm a little more confused about. I wonder if some of these needs 8U, which I have. It's funny because luckily I'll be able to tell the difference just because they're different colors. Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. So maybe I should try doing... Okay, there we go. I think we just needed one to catch. 60 might be a good candidate for the Navy EC switches. Uses optional standoffs, maybe the OG Balder 62. I guess, like, from that perspective, it would just kind of be any tray mount, right? Okay, so this is interesting because I feel like you can kind of maybe train some of these to start like working around. You could train some of these 7Us to start working around just as long as you've mounted an 8U or an 8mm. So like if a 7 doesn't work, an 8 probably will, and then go nearby, and then a 7 might work. And then one thing I'm kind of curious about is if I can go back, and then because I will have gotten 7s through it, can I get a 7 to work retroactively? Seems like it. Not too many good boards of standoffs that take these 60 PCBs and also PCB mount stabilizers anymore. Alright, this is actually pretty interesting here, doing this, taking this approach. To training these 7s to work. reason I want these 7s to work is because I have this plate threaded, and I don't want the screw to be too long going through the other side. That's like my biggest worry, is because I feel like that's how we got all those like keycap collisions from before. It was just like things poking out of the top plate. So now that I've screwed all these in, as I go and check. Okay, yeah, so it's funny because some of these are just very short. But they are making it, which is good. But yeah, you could tell, like, it's very short. So like 7 is kind of too short, but 8 is kind of too long. Let me see if I can show this. I forgot to take out 1/8, but you can see it's kind of sticking out there. But a lot of these 7s are like, they don't make it to the end. Some do, but some not really. One thing I could try is just tightening it a lot, which is a little terrifying because it's like, is that going to strain the PCB? Cyronius, thank you for the follow. Oh man, I'm debating re-switching my board and they're soldered. Oh, you want to like change the switches out of like an MX style board? Is that what you're trying to do? I wonder if that's also tension on the plate assembly. Yeah, it's a little worrying. But I mean, I guess we could just test. And I don't know. Maybe we could just like... Maybe we just consider it fine, you know, out of sight, out of mind. I have an Iconix board and I'd like to try their Moonstone switches. Have you not desoldered or anything before? There's a couple avenues to be able to. IQNix? Oh. So yeah, Randy, you're not wrong about being scared. You know, like I kind of am a little bit scared of this, but we'll just test and see. Like I wonder if there's any such thing as M2, what is it? M2 by 7.5? Does that exist? I'm sure it does. Okay, I found something on HeliDirect. Gooski. Sandpaper certainly does exist. It does. And I realize that I could have just done that, but this is also not really a screw I'm like looking for where it's not even threaded at the end like this. For the moment, it looked like not all housings are all the way in. Did it not? Oh, did I not like push everything in? Was that possibly a reason why? Those are weird. They were weird. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of bizarre. Okay. For the time being, this seems okay. Let's try to plug this into a daughter board and see if it'll work. How well will it work? I believe this is VIA, right? Yep. Wrong one. Test matrix. Yep. Seems like it's working. Alright, so before I install it, maybe I should just try putting the keycaps on first. And seeing if like we'll start noticing any kind of, you know, just like keycap interference. We shouldn't, because it's not even protruding anymore. Is this dandelion? Yes. So yeah, we shouldn't because it's not protruding anymore, but like we'll see if like this addresses my general concerns with just kind of the feel and the acoustics of the board. Issues that I felt like I was having the last 2 times I built this. Once with Topre parts, then once with Desky's parts. But both with the stock plate, the stock EC plate. Got this custom one and hoping that it could be better. So far, so good, I think. I wonder if you pull out these layers, it probably becomes easier to lift these out, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it is better. It's definitely better than before. Though what I'm curious about is, will this change my opinion of how it is once I've fully put it together? I hope it will. Also, it's just me, or these keycaps, like these new HHKB keycaps, like kind of super tight. Because these are taking quite a bit to push these in. Do you happen to have gray blank mods to try with this yellowness? I think I do. Well, I mean, yes I do. Like the ivory. You're talking about the ivory, right? The ivory mods. I'd have to pull up. I'd have to find a board that has it. I think I did it on my Taycan. All good though, just curious. Newer snow blinks are tight. What I think probably would be worth testing, I don't have one, but it's just one of those super yellowed, urine yellow cases. How they look with these dandelion blanks. And also testing those against GMK bread. All right, right off the bat, yes, this is a better experience. Like, there's no stupid ass collisions that requires me to put on that funky padding thing. All right, let's try to do this. I forgot how. I think you take the bottom, and you have to put the gaskets on. I don't know. I'm not sure how I would feel about how that look. Because I feel like that gray is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And this is like a very faded warm. I mean, maybe that's the look you're going for, but I'm trying to picture it in my head. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Say hello, I don't know if it'll work. Oh, what the? Come on. This is just popping out for no reason. Okay. Okay. Oh, feet. All right. If anyone knows how to get some M2 by 7.5 millimeter, so that I don't have to do any sanding, let me know. What the hell? This is kind of what I hate about press and feed, is that if you try shifting it around, like it kind of pops out really easily. But I guess that it's not like that can't happen with adhesive. Okay. So, here's the board. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, let's try it out. So we got, oh, what is it again? I forgot. Cloud9. What domes are these? Tobre 45 gram domes from a October 2017 HHKB Pro 2. Real Force R1 housings and sliders, and stabilizers. What else? Custom cut stainless steel plate through Pinoco that has threaded holes, since we use the custom tapping option. And then we got the HHKB dandelion keycaps. So I'm just curious to see it, so no prediction, but let's go get it. Yeah, that's definitely significantly better. Yeah, that was the solution. You gotta get this plate threaded. It's better, but I'm not sure that I'm still like super happy with the build. I don't know if maybe I might want some stiffer domes, but definitely it's like there's something there now. Like whereas before it was plastic bits. I gotta feel. Oh, plastic bits! Congratulations! Hey, some horns for you. Congrats, plastic bits! Shouts out to plastic bits, guys. I want to get a PV play for my Bakaneko and my Meridian R3, but I don't know which one to get first. Yeah, you actually should get both. I don't know. I don't know if you're trying to do it like a custom cut or if there's a place that's available. But if you're getting them custom cut, it's actually cheaper, like to like get both done. But if there's already a place you can buy from, that probably is inconsequential. Also, I think maybe it's just funny to me because I'm coming off of the 55s on the Class 60. All right, so it's better. I like it. Mint Fresh Mike, I don't know if you're still actually watching, but if you are, I like it better. In any case, I will report back in the chat here. It is good. Doesn't yeah, I don't know how to explain this. If the right length screws the threaded plate, a solution will not have interference with keycaps. You know, I'm convinced it was worth the effort. Let me see. I think it was more just okay. A couple of things here. I think I was disappointed that it had to get to this point. I think that was my thing. Is like I wished it was just like this from the start. I probably would have been happier. With that said, I'm not still 100% convinced that this is the best build for it yet because I'm not sure that I feel like, oh, this is really great. And maybe that might have something to do with like the stiffness or the weight of the domes that I opted to use here. Maybe there's a chance that if I used some other one, I'd be like, okay, this build is actually a good build. But I don't know if maybe there's also some factor in there where it's like, I don't know, maybe the top potential of this is capped by me, or maybe it's not, and maybe it's just this is just how it'll be. Like even if I change it to some heavier or more stiff domes, I'm not sure yet. So this could be a candidate to do a 4-3 build of down the line. I just don't know that I want to do it anytime soon. Maybe it'll also take just a couple of days to get reacclimated to 45-gram domes, like older 45-gram domes versus these 55s that I was using on the Class 60. So it's just a bunch of little things. That said, definitely better than before. Okay, there it is. So I'll be driving this for a few days, and we'll see how I feel. Or I guess probably at least until tomorrow. I should be back to stream tomorrow. And then maybe with a full day under my belt, I'll be like, okay, let's talk about it. In any case, I am gonna switch over to an MX build now, but I feel like I need to tidy up quite a bit, so give me a little time. I had that bag with the 7U wire and more. I think it was this. Oh, who is that? Mid-fresh Mike. Oh, what the? Oh my goodness. Wait, what the hell? Mid-fresh Mike, they were the 5 gifted. What? That's crazy. Thank you. Helviet, Flickbert, Methan Output, Savage Goose, and Shushu010829. Enjoy the 10 best emotes on Twitch, courtesy of Mint-fresh Mike. Ooh, maybe I should actually break this down, which actually shouldn't be too hard, as we might recall, because I have this tool. Let's do this. Let's see how easy this could potentially be. Ooh, I wonder if it'll be harder because of these screws. Oh, it's not too bad. So Randy, I remember I was trying to kind of explain or show you yesterday how to use this, but in case you wanted a sort of a closer look, you kind of you push this like as close as you can against the plate so that these two things that are here kind of grasp around the clips of the housings, and then that'll force this to raise a little bit, and then you just kind of push it through. Oops. One of the things is like you kind of need like leverage from the other side of the assembly, so like you kind of just like have to push it from both sides like this. Another thing I noticed was off stream, I was trying to break down the NIS, the NIS plate that had a bunch of or the class 60 plate from Friday that had all the NIS parts in it, and it didn't grasp quite as nicely because they're different sized parts. It's kind of to be expected. But one of the things I also would notice is that, like, just I think there would be, like, depending upon the tightness, like potential, like, I don't want to say issues, but it's just like it won't be quite as easy in certain scenarios. I think, you know, for example, in particular for when you have really, really tight cutouts. So that's something that I've wanted to do for a while now, was just try to, you know, potentially change stuff out of the Play-Doh build that I have in my Veracity Heavy Grill. But silly thing, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that anytime soon necessarily, because I'm kind of it's kind of a lie, but I'm out of like uniform real force housings. So there's a part of me that's kind of like, oh, like I could just like, you know, Frankenstein a bunch of leftover real force housings from different boards and put something together. But I'm also thinking that like I could just sort of retain the build that's in there in the Veracity. Maybe just change the sliders out so that it matches maybe the original PCB that I used. So yeah, I just don't know if I'm going to actually make that change anytime soon of changing housings on the grill. But we could still test it out at least. But yeah, this is quite a bit nicer than using a spudger, in my experience so far. Alright, and it also does work on stabilizers. Alright, and then now I have this. I kind of feel like I want to fix this up. So I'm going to need more little Ziplocs. Hype chest. There's a hype chest? Good one emote. Ooh. Oh. That's pretty nice emote. Let me grab more little Ziplocs. Meanwhile, I guess I should put this away. Alright, I have a confession to make. I feel like it's late enough in the night to just have our little late night. You know, it gets a little blue, you know. There's some days I don't really use my keyboard that much. Or any of my keyboards, because it's just like I'm just lounging around like doing work on my MacBook keyboard. I'm not sure if I've ever admitted that. Ooh, this is... I might need to use some pliers for this. Alright. All good. Some days I don't use my brain. Maybe I need to build a keyboard good for lounging. This guy's a big phony. It's kind of true. I am a pretty big phony. Not gonna lie. Spacers for HHKB over MacBook. Seen them somewhere. Problem solved. I remember I think I still have it, but I forgot where I put it. But it's like a little cover you could put. Well, I don't know if you were just talking about the cord. Yeah, the keyboard bridge. I have it somewhere, and I just haven't used it in a really long time. I think the last time I used it was like one of the times I went back home. Or like visiting my mom. Damn, I have no clue where that is. It might possibly be with my HB60. Ugh, I'm doing this the wrong way. Wait, so Randy, I got a question for you. Unless it's private. You left all the EC discords. Are you still in any non-EC keyboard discords? Or are you just gone from all of them? Is that like 15 or 20 servers only active in like 4 or 5? I see. Just done with keyboards? Is that how it is? Mostly into pens now? Just making that transition. Mostly friends / streamer / creator servers. Got it. I'm burnt out on everything. Oh man. Sorry, man. Pens is just the other local niche community I'm in. I see. Coffee to a degree. Okay, last one, I think. Alright. So that should be it. I guess I'll grab a couple more of these. Oh, this is one. These screws go somewhere. I think it might be this M2x3 in this container. Let me find out. Cloud9 discussion. M2x3, yeah. I couldn't remember the name of that bridge typing thing. Kept thinking it was sushi style, but apparently it's sanshi style. I don't remember thinking of the same exact thing, but I own one. I might have gotten it from Buddy. I still think the S saddle analogy is fucking morbid. S saddle? What S saddle? Huh? Still sticking around for the people, but I don't care about buying, building, collecting, or showing off keyboards. Horse saddle. What are we talking about? am I just totally lost here? Yeah, Clux is right. It's good to take a little break, for sure. I like this build. It's better. It's better than before. I think I'm just like my, how do I put this? My perception of the board is a little skewed right now for kind of multiple reasons. And I was kind of explaining it earlier, Elvin. It's just that like well, one thing is I'm transitioning from some 55-gram domes to some 45-gram domes, and I feel like that's a little bit of a jump in terms of like sound and feel. If I didn't make that jump, maybe I'd possibly like this better. But I think it's also that like it's just kind of a little bit of a tiredness or frustration that it had to get to this, that I had to cut my own plate to make this not bad. So I was kind of like, if it wasn't like this, maybe I would have loved this off the bat, you know? Wada HHKB alert. Wada said HHKB is the saddle, computer is the horse, which is a consumable. When the horse dies, you keep the saddle, which is an interface. Ah. I see. That's a little extreme. Just a little bit. Oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for. Was this the board where they included the exact number of standoffs? Because that's also kind of ridiculous. I think it was. How many horses you got for all your saddles? Let me think. My saddle to horse ratio is probably like 25-1. Okay, there are a few more standoffs here. Definitely my my saddles are their own community, really. It's they're kind of distinct from the horses. I'm thinking about getting another horse though. I was playing around with Tina's iPad over the weekend, and well, I think the iPad is sick. After playing with it, I realized I don't know that I would make it super worth it for me to get an iPad. I was drawing on her iPad, and I'm like, man, I'm not very good at drawing. I think like I should draw more, especially considering I have this Cintiq, but it's all the way over there, far away from the center of my desk. But I realized like I'm probably like, okay, here was my thing. I took the iPad to bed, and I started trying to draw like laying down, and I realized how uncomfortable it is and how not good at drawing I am specifically in that position. So that was kind of my issue. And I'm just like, well, if like a big thing about this iPad is like, you know, just like the convenience or the novelty of it, where it's just like, okay, I could kind of lounge around with that as opposed to my work MacBook. You know, like, what advantages does it give me? And it's a little tough for me to say that, like, I get great advantages, great advantages for the prices that it would be at. Procreate has a lot of assistive tools which feel like a cheat. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe I just need to get one. Chris, I finally got some AP stabilizer that I snap in and out to get it to rebound correctly. What a pain. Ricky, I'm glad you now see it. I'm glad you now understand. I have some. I've had like 3 sets. I don't know where I put it or if I gave it to someone. I don't know if I already put it in a junk pack. I don't think if I have, I haven't sent it out yet because it's been a while. But there was a point where I was doing it so much. And it just would not get better. It would just not. And so I'm just like, okay, these are just hopeless. Comes in handy as a second screen for a MacBook if you travel for work ever. Yeah, there's no question that I can definitely see benefits, but there's a big part of me where I'm just like, I want an iPad for a different reason than I want my own personal MacBook. And a personal MacBook I think would benefit me more. Like I have a work MacBook, but it's just like I'm not gonna do anything too crazy to fuck up the work MacBook. I don't know. I don't know. It's like I'm not gonna put like Lightroom on it. I could, but I'm not gonna. I got cursed. I've used like 10 sets, no issues. I just got 1 set now that they're so hard to even snap in and out. It hurts. Yeah. Yeah. I use what'll help is a glove if you have any like thicker, not really necessarily thick, but like non-thin gloves. If you got some like nitrile gloves like the ones that I use, that'll help. You know, just kind of save your thumb. Okay, where are we now? Okay, so I'm supposed to work on this pp60. I am not going to drive this. We've driven the pp60 quite a bit before, but there's still just changes that I'd like to make to it. Just quality of life changes and get it good, you know? Okay, so silly enough, this is not the build that I want. I think it's a linear build that I have to go grab from another room. What we got here? pp60. Okay, so this one is the pastel mint tactiles. And yeah, I know Xavier was mentioning the thistle ones earlier. I've had those for a really long time and still have just not tuned them. But yeah, the CK like pastel series, pretty interesting, pretty good. Some of them are made with the polyethylene materials on some of the parts, and I wouldn't recommend those. But thus far, it seems like this is pretty nice. I need to go grab the other build. Too late, my thumb hurts and my nails all messed up. But I think the stabilizers are okay now, but I'll try glove next time. I see. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. One thing especially is like, if you are using TX AP stabilizers, definitely test your stabilizers before you like solder anything in. So what a horrible mistake it is to not do that. I know from experience. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Here's our pp60 assembly. So as I understand, these are JWK H1 switches with 69 gram 2-stage springs from Kinetic Labs. And one issue that I just find is that, like, I feel like despite the fact that it's described as being a palm stem, somehow these still feel like they've shrunken or something. Because some of these are just coming out way too loose. Now let me also just make sure that it's not the keycaps. So like this 4 is coming off way too easily. Yeah, it's definitely the stem here, because there's more resistance here on these pastel switches. God damn. Is it? Yeah. So, again, I think I still just want to be sure of it, that I'm not crazy. So, if I go and grab like an alternate linear switch that I would be building this with, let's just kind of see how some of these keycaps feel on it. Alright, I got some Telios. Here's some other JWK stuff. Alright. So let's see. These right here, these are Mamba, JWK Mamba switches, but I did stem swap them because these original stems for the JWK Mambas were super shrinky. Oh. OP black stems. Yep, these feel more resilient. I don't want to say for sure more resilient, so there's a part of me that thinks maybe there is a keycap issue. But I think it's a mix with the actual JWK stems as well. So these Telios, they're a little more resistant. But let me also then go grab some other GMK. Alright. We haven't seen this in a while. This is GMK Civilizations. The reason we haven't seen this in a while is because I'm still waiting on my Skeleton 60 stuff. Okay. So I think it's a mix. I think that this could be a keycap issue because there's definitely more resistance with like another GMK R1 keycap here. So I have to wonder then that maybe, because I did buy these used, I wonder if the person sold it to me because he stretched out the stems using maybe some of those, Kajita's talked about it. Yeah, exactly, Randy. I'm thinking that maybe there's a chance it got stretched out by like, what is it, like Deskies, sliders, or some old box royals, or what else? Cherry clears. So I don't know. It's a funny thing, right? Because maybe the JWK H1s are not super horrible, I mean, let's try to... Whoa, shit. Yeah, these aren't super horrible. They're not great. Sea Wild Darling shipped. I am hyped. Nice. I got mine through... I think I got mine through Oblo. And I just kind of figured they should probably get it faster than Novel Keys. But I guess, you know, one of the things is maybe I'm thinking Novel Keys, the reason why Novel Keys is so expensive is because they probably pay for air shipping. I don't know. Do you think I should redo this, or do you think I should, like, come up with another solution? Like, let me think about this. How much cheaper was Oblo? Like $5. It's like not by much. So, like, one thing I noticed is that, like, expensive shipping from Oblo plus the lower key set price is still slightly cheaper than buying it domestically. But that's probably because Novel Keys has to pay for air shipping, but also probably has to, you know, pay American wages to still be alive and good to work for. Saran wrap or tissue will probably work. Definitely janky though. I have worse ideas. If you care to hear them, I have much worse ideas, Randy. My thought is to use these with switches where the stems are thicker. That way it'll just be tighter there. Like, even after stem shaving, like clears and clears and purples and dusky stuff, it's that, like, I think they're still thicker than like regular-ish stems. And Chaos Tax, yes, that too. Yeah, that works too. Let's see. We had the IDK. What did I throw on the IDK again? IDK. I had CRP. You guys think that what is this? Inukuma would look good on the IDK? See, that has cherry purple. And it's like, definitely I stem shaved the cherry purples and they were much better than normal, but like they were still pretty tight. Do you get tariffed from Germany? I don't exactly know how I'm just gonna be honest here. I don't know how the tariff situation is gonna work. Like, what I'm guessing is that if you're buying stuff domestically, I think Divinity. Like I think Tina was telling me something about Divinity. Like they're just raising prices, just straight up. But like if you're buying from an offshore vendor, like what happens to me as a buyer? It's kind of what I'm curious about. Okay, so maybe we should get the under 800 exception. I see. Got it. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we won't rebuild this, but maybe we'll just do some key set shuffling. Maybe I don't need to. Savior. You missed this the previous build, and I guess we might not be doing a rebuild. Yeah, I don't know yet. We're gonna do some shuffling though. Let me update that command. So the build we just finished, I'll just keep it as the build. But it was build force R1 housing sliders 25G 2017. Okay. Build should be updated. What'd you miss? Cloud9, we rebuilt it with the threaded plate. It's better, but I'm not sure 100% yet if I'm vouching for it. Just because, I don't know. A little bit of frustration with the fact that we had to do this. Oh shit, this wasn't closed. To be honest, I'm more just happy I got the holes in tapping right. Yeah, no, it's actually fantastic. Let's see. What key set should I put on this instead then? What key sets do I have available? Like, do I just want to put Arabic on this? Unused. Let's go with GMK. What says that? This is Inokuma. This is SA. What was it called again? I forgot. Ramses. SA Ramses. Ooh, Phantom maybe? Fuck, let's do Phantom. Ramses Dark Green is so good. There's a part of me that wishes I got the light mods. Can you find me a set of Inokuma? Well, the problem with mine is that I think they've been stretched out. But Inakuma's pretty cool because it's double shot. But the Hiragana legends were like custom made for this because it's more scripty than the normal regular Hiragana. What else could I put on this? I think Phantom is in the lead right now. Working on switches? Alright. Thank you for the lurk. I got Maroon. I got Dolch. I don't know if Dolch will look good. I have Rudy. It's just like also navy. Alter. I don't know if Alter will look good. Sandstorm. I have Sandstorm. Ski data. God, it's really hard to find stuff in here. Did I already use Phantom on something? No, I found it. Okay, but I do think there is an issue here, which is that I only have the 6U bar. in this bag, so I gotta go hunt down. bar, but let's see how this might fare. Seems better. Yeah, this is better. Okay, it was the key set. I was thinking I was gonna have to change it, but H1s, turns out I inadvertently blamed the H1s. Spaceball! Welcome back. My bad. H1's not as bad as I thought. Alright. In that case, we will probably just do some chores for the rest of the stream. So, what that'll entail is I'm going to track down the 7U bar. I'm going to grab the IDK60 and put Inokuma on that and recover CRP Arabic. I wonder what was the set I was using on the other IDK build. I think it was Columbia. Godspeed, Columbia. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing well. Okay, and then I think for the last task that I want to take a look at, after all that is, I'm probably going to remove those tactility leaves from these cream Alps. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but they've been here on the side this whole stream. What's also interesting, Randy, about them is, again, if you never touched them, whoever you bought them from also, like, wet lubed the Alps, which I know a lot of people say is, like, a big no-no. But they actually feel pretty good. They actually feel pretty good wet lubed. Not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. And then you've never touched it, so it's just like, well, it's held up, kind of living in a bag. 205 and up. It's something white. Like, I almost thought it might have been something thicker and, like, brighter than white, like the 205 white, like, inside of it. And I could show it off a little bit later, but let me go grab some of this other stuff. I'll be right back. John Bond, welcome back. Wow, we got a bunch of names tonight I haven't seen in a while. Everybody, welcome back. Kairos and like 3204. You might have used Mollycoat or whatever. I think a lot of people like using dry lubes. Blue Alps CZL. You mean LZCLS? I'm like trying to put those. Yeah, okay, it's LZCLS. Okay, Tribosis plus oil. Okay, so this is significantly better. Yeah, there was never anything wrong with the H1s. A lot of people like either dry lube or wax boiling. I feel like it's weird. It was weird because I tried a dry lube once, and I'm just like, I don't feel the difference. Like, I don't, this feels like kind of exactly the same. Like, I don't know if I just did it wrong, but I did 3 applications over 3 days, and I didn't feel a difference. Skystroke, welcome back. Am I using Monster for using non-lubed Alps? No, I don't either. So it's just like anytime I just get Alps now, it's just like I just run it like it was. Might just be even taking apart all Alps kind of alters the feel / sound. You know, I don't disagree with that being a possibility, because it's like even for example, this situation, Randy gave me some cream Alps that he just never even touched. And the person he bought it from retained the dampeners and the tactility leaves. And God, I can't like smash this in right. I tried reinstalling all the tactility leaves, and then some of them like kind of click. I'm like, and the thing is like kind of like, it's not like they're just straight clicky leaves. They're like tactile leaves that kind of give a very, very tiny or varying tiny amounts of clicks in them. All right. So we're not going to rebuild this, but I am just going to change the installation here, because I believe for the pp60 on my site, we already do have the this photo here. So we just got to get the this new photo in. I had that happen with my oranges. PaperMod fixed it. Okay, so I've never paper modded any of my Alps. I mean, I know people talk about it all the time, but I've just never actually done it. What I think I'm confused about is, does the paper go in between the housing and the tactility leaf, or the housing and the contact leaf? Because, but which leaf? Which leaf though? Is it both leaves? Okay, because here's the other thing. The tactility leaf. I bought some very bad blue Alps from a guy. Like, he'd never tested them, but he sold them to me as working, and I told him, like, hey, these aren't working. Like, I tested a lot of these with a multimeter, and they're just not working. And then guy goes and tells me, oh, a little piece of paper should fix it. I'm like, if that's like, that seems like a sound / tactility thing more than like a, you know, a multimeter testing these switches is dead from the like complicated like Alps switch plate. I don't know. I found that weird. I never resolved it. Might just be me again, but PaperMod also alters the feel / sound for me. It doesn't really feel the same to me. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. This is an O-ring mod build. I think it's also a top mod or top mount. Makes sense. They're not making contact for actuation, I guess. Someone told me that clicking happens if you mix the components while modding. So in theory, if you keep the same stem slash housings together, it should be fine. That might be true. I'm not gonna lie. I also kind of doubt. I doubt a little bit that that's the issue. What I think, what my theory is the issue is, and you could just tell me I'm wrong, or you know, you could just disagree with me. I don't really care. But what I think the issue is that like any like John Bond brings up a good point. Just like doing anything to them kind of makes everything like a little different. Like and I say that because it's like I'm thinking there's a chance that anytime you actually even touch the tactility leaf, that might be changing it in some capacity. Like you might not know what these micro bends that you might actually be touching stuff is actually doing to the effect of like the feel and the sound. That's my thought. If you think it's bullshit, that's fine. But that's I personally believe that more so than component mixing being an issue. I'm putting it off because tedious. Like again, yeah, I think my thing is more so. I put it off because I'm worried that touching anything is gonna cause problems. But yeah. So yeah, dry lubes. Going back to the original points here. Dry lubes, kind of what people prefer, but then yeah, there's this whole like wax boiling thing, which just sounds so horrendously involved that it's like I love Alps. I don't know if I love Alps that much. I'm going back to Logitech membrane. Honestly, that's like fine, right? You know, like gun to your head, it's not like all of this is a luxury. Like I'm aware. But anyways, Kajita, welcome back. I will say the handful of valves I've opened and closed back up without modding have stayed consistent. Hard to say if that's true at scale. I see. I don't know. Then maybe you're right. This was weird. I had to tighten this one a lot. Okay. I'm gonna open this back up because I think there might be some alignment issue. But also, I don't remember if I plugged in the JST cable, so. Kaja, yes, this is a build we did. We were thinking of rebuilding this pp60 in addition to it, but instead we're just making some adjustments. That's not really a new rebuild. So. Neon Jam designed an Alps modding station that keeps the components matched up, which is nice. Oh, speaking of Neon Jam, I actually have a bunch of stuff from him, which includes Randy. I was actually using it earlier. So I met up with Randy yesterday, and he gave me a bunch of stuff, and I gave him some stuff too. I figured out how to use this. It's actually kind of interesting. This is just the Alps opener by itself. It's pretty neat. I don't necessarily know that I like it better than the other Alps opener I use, but what's actually cool about it is like this half of it. You use both halves. So the idea is that like you push this in from the side. So like if you look at where the legs are, these contact legs, you kind of like slide it in sideways, and then you look at it from the top, and then you could take this and then push this down, and that should kind of loosen it up so that you can pull it out. And that's chill. But then sometimes what I notice is that like it's a little hard in every scenario for this like center like or the top housing piece to like slide off super smoothly, because sometimes the bottom housing flaps stay a little too clicked in for whatever reason. I've already owned one of these for like several years now, one of these style Alps openers. It works just like that. So like this actually makes it a little bit more seamless, just because like the priors right here just get a little bit thicker. So doing this with it is good. But what's nice about it is just having this base so that you're not poking the shit out of your thumb when you're like handling this. That part of it is nice, but it is a little slower considering that you put this. You know, it's slower considering you have to put this in here, but it's nicer that you're not poking your own thumb. Nice thing about this design is it works with Nexus sliders unlike traditional Alps. Oh yeah, that was the other thing too. Yeah. I have messed with some Nexus sliders for sure. And yeah, I can say that that's a pain. Like I'll do Nexus sliders when I've seen like Alps keycaps where like the spacebar stabilizers are fucked up, and then I'll just like replace it with an MX. So yeah, that's where I've used them. But yeah, I've noticed it's like a pain in the ass to deal with for sure. Anyways, that's the tool. Anyways, let me finish this before, actually, let me finish this series of tasks. Oh, I just realized I'm an idiot. I think there are different screws for the top and bottom. That's probably why this wasn't really closing super properly. But since we've opened this anyway, let me just make sure I plugged in the JST. Yes. Okay, it's subtle. It's not unobvious, but I glanced at it too quickly without realizing that, oh yeah, it is different. Alright. Try this again. Okay. What y'all think? You guys like Phantom on this? I think I do. It's like it kind of got that yellowish legends that sort of matches with this this brass. I like it. In case you guys want to type test, it's already out here. Let's just go and do it. All right, 60-second test. All right, there it is. Oh, I forgot to mention, it's a brass plate. Brass plate, gummy O-ring, JWK H1s with some pretty heavy springs. GMK Phantom 2. So, okay, there's that. Let me tidy up. There's another task I want to do before I start touching the Alps, which is I want to change the preset off the IDK60. Okay, so we just saw this the other week, and bringing it back out here. Yeah, now in retrospect, I realize that person that I bought GMK Inukuma from probably just kind of like scammed me. He probably sold it because he knew that his stems were all stretched out. This was a while back, I just never really realized it. I hope now is, and I kind of made myself believe this, and I hope it's true, is that like, so I'm using CRP on these cherry purples, which again, you know, have the wide stem. I tried shaving down, but it's still pretty tight. I kind of give myself a belief that PVT is a little bit more resilient to these like thicker caps or thicker stems, but maybe it's worth testing again just to like actually really be sure about it. Which we do have some of those switches. Yeah, that's perfect. This shouldn't go nowhere. It's funny how like smooth it goes in. Because it's like, it's not smooth as in like it's gonna come off, but like it just goes in like nicely. Because these stems are already kind of stretched out. But it's not like stupid tight. But let me know what you guys think of this look, though. Inukuma on this sort of like DDS slate blue. I'm liking it personally. At least a little bit. It's hot? Yeah. Ooh. That's still kind of loose. It's not like stupid loose, but it's pretty loose. There's some of these are just like, maybe I shouldn't have shaved the stem as much. Just so I could accommodate for keycaps that already have stretched stems. Or maybe I just shaved that one a lot more. Better than cracked stems? What if it is cracked and I just didn't look at it? I'll peek at it after. Alright, there's something on my mind here that has nothing to do with anything, but... So I don't watch it, but I was just reading a lot about it on social media. Anyone see the... Anyone see the Adrian Brody speech? I don't know, I was like watching it for like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds, and I was like... This feels like it's not going to really go anywhere. Alright, so this was not cracked. Alright, let me know what you guys think of this look. I think it looks pretty good. This reminds me of the denim... What is it? The denim Seisetto. Which I threw indigo on. Now that kind of has me curious how close they are. Alright, type test while we're here. Okay, cherry purple's aluminum plate, I think. Let me find out. Yeah, I think it's just that minus key. Minus key is bad. Or the combination of the minus key and the stem, the purple stem there is just like it's too... Feels a lot like the H1 situation with... Yeah. pp60. Yeah, aluminum plate, cherry purple, grommet mounting. Let's do this. Would 2006 HHKB be considered as aged domes? I tend not to try to use the word aged, because like I'm not trying to make my dome sound like cheese. So typically I just call them old. And like, I mean, typically, like, it's just like, the older the better. "19-year-old domes they can vote out." Alright, that was the board. This is a cherry purple with GMK. Okay, I have one more thing I want to do, which is just change out this whole situation with these tactility leaves I reinstalled. I want to remove them now. Honestly, it depends on how they feel. Technically, yes, but I have older 2009, 2010 Pros that feel less. Exactly. Reddy's saying is right. It's just like, at some point, it's kind of just like, at some point, it's just kind of like, how does it make you feel? You know? Like I feel sometimes like, just in general, when it comes to like niche hobbies, it's like, you could use as many descriptors as you want, but they're kind of all subjective. Like, just, it's kind of like, just say you like them. You know? Just say you like your headphones. Just say you like this keyboard. Like, all right. Oh, well, I guess that's. I just like this better. Yeah, like, and that's the situation. Like, that's the situation with this board. Is that like this board very well could be a great board. I just was like a little disappointed that like I had to go this far to get it to sound like this. And like that makes me not like it. Yeah, so like, but you know, it's just how does it make you feel? DNA True Shot Official, gotta go. Thanks for having me. Got about 40 switches done. Real treat finding you a late night stream. All right, thanks so much for being here. Hope you have a good night. Stock case yellow from Japan 2006. Should I get with my luck? Yeah. Yeah, Randy's right. Better chances than an American one. Okay, so real quick, in case you guys want to hear and see everything that's going on with these switches, take a look. I'll pause the music here and listen to like, so I separated them into two different piles, but even within the piles, they just kind of sound different from each other. But take a listen to this. It's like the pitch is totally different. These are probably like switched. I probably should have put them like that. This one has a little bit more of a click. That one's kind of like a click too. This one actually sounds pretty good. But also kind of has a click sensation. But they're just like, there's not 60 that sound the same. Whenever the leaves got deformed. Yeah, exactly. I think like, that's honestly what I think it is when you have like inconsistency like this, is that like, they got deformed by something. Maybe it was because they were all like slammed, packaged in together. Maybe it was because I was touching them too much during this process. It could be anything. It could be that maybe when they were used in the board they were harvested from, some switches got used more than others, and that just causes kind of a change, right? Same way that, like, you know, when you break in a switch. That's just like different. This is like different from most of the other ones. Like, so anyways, I'm just gonna, like, I spent all this time removing or putting these leaves back in today. I'm just gonna take them all out. I'm like, whatever. Alps is super finicky. I would say it's like the most finicky out of like everything. I think. So yeah, I'm gonna re-linearize this, and then. Oh, the other thing too is just like I just want to show this like lube job. I don't know how well it's gonna be able to be seen, but yeah, someone straight up. That is a wet lube in there. Look at that rail. Like, I don't know. Like, I know you're not supposed to do it, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of extreme, but also it feels pretty good. Feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's just like I just figure that like the shame in it is that like some people would probably go on to say something like it's not gonna feel good after a while once it's collected all this dust. But all right. I made him extra sly. So good. Okay. So I also, here's another thing. I think there is an orientation that you're supposed to put this in. Like the one where it's like two more pronounced stripes is the side that gets the tactile leaf. The one with the less pronounced looking box The zone that goes where the contact leaf goes. To be honest, I think that's the orientation it's supposed to be, but like I don't know that I've ever actually felt the difference. Oh shit. Sometimes I misalign. And this is kind of what's good about this one in particular is that like it is somewhat easier to be able to like put things back in. But whatever. In case you want to see me do it a little bit more closely, I could keep it at this zoom. I don't know. Maybe the deepness is still still doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the tactility. Yeah, this one right here is like a cleaner bottoming out sound. And let's see if there's any real noticeable difference. They do look like pine tops for all three of them. But this one just sounds significantly better. Let me just see if there's other things I might have missed here, because there could be a situation where whoever Randy might have bought this from might have switched up bottoms. So there I could see like the elevated, like the little elevated steps, like the little squares there out of this one. And that one kind of would signify to me that like, okay, it's probably going to sound good. Any Alpers? Yezi, welcome back. But then like there's a chance here that someone used like a bamboo bottom to go with this pine top. No, I can still see the elevation there. Is it? I'm not sure. Hold on. I feel like I will constantly need to go back and forth. Oh! I see it. No, I don't. Hold on. I want to figure this out, man. This is weird. There's something very strange about this. So I can see that they, like the white of the switch plate rests on like these two little prongs. And my thought here was that that's where the high-pitched sound comes from, but that might not be true. Oh, come on. can't this close? There we go. No? Did I reverse it? I think I did. Let's see here. Yeah, this is a little strange, isn't it? I think there's just some experimentation that I need to perform here. Okay. I think there's like a switch plate positioning. Let me zoom out a little bit because I'm not getting all of it in frame. There's switch plate positioning. And I think there's kind of a way to make that adjustment of the sort of bottoming out, potentially. God damn. These op switches, I don't know, it's a little weird because I'm also noticing like definitely there's like oil kind of welled in. Jeez, there's like a lot of this like residual lube. This one still sounds different from the others. Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. This is kind of goofy, I feel like. Super inconsistent. I should have just left it linear in the first place. Quick time check, it's 11:40. I could probably just try to speed through all of this. Yeah, if I just pull these out and then not really test it, I could maybe get this done, I don't know, in a few. I do like that you can, I don't want to say super easily, but pretty easily. Oh my goodness. Nah. Just kidding. Patty, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. How was your stream? What were you up to? Vin, welcome. Koala, welcome. Built 2 keyboards? Nice. We redid this EC cloudnine. We built a custom plate for it. Chris, what's your favorite pizza? Ooh, that's a good ass question. You mean like like flavor of pizza or like place to get pizza? Thanks, Avo asked. Like style of style of pizza. Ooh, I want to say oh shit, did I forget to take this out? Okay. Maybe it's just recency bias, but I think I like Detroit. I like Detroit style. How about you guys? Literal, thank you for the follow. What you getting on it? Well, I don't eat meat, so it's just a bunch of veggies, or I don't know, I could even do just cheese, whatever. I think I like New York style, but will still eat Detroit style. I was obsessed with Detroit for a couple years. Oh, it's so good. I gotta turn my back on the local stuff. Costco. Ooh. Classic. I don't know. I guess the funny thing here, honestly, though, is because I also like Chicago style pizza too. But the funny thing is, like, I've never been to any of these places. I've never been to Detroit. I've never been to Chicago. I've never been to New York. So it's like I wonder, like, if my mind will change once I have it from the place it's from. Chicago style. Gargle peanut butter, by the way, welcome. New Yorker calzone extra habanero. New Haven style. I don't think I've had New Haven style. Chicago has two styles: deep dish and pub/tavern. Okay, well, I only know Chicago pizza as Chicago pizza, so. I guess it would be the deep dish is the one I know. But let me also be honest in saying that, like, I'll eat any pizza. Like, well, as long as there's no meat in it or rice product in it. But I'll eat like almost any pizza, man. My bar is not high. Like if I was the last person on Earth and there was only an unlimited supply of DiGiorno, I'll do it. Like it's good. How do you feel about pineapples on pizza? A little weird since stopping eating meat. Like I think it worked with, like when you're making like a little, your Domino's Hawaiian style pizzas with the pineapple and ham or whatever, but like since I don't eat meat, like just pineapple, it's like a little bit weird. I don't know. Pizza crust is just water, flour, water, and yeast, anyways. Celeste microwavable frozen person. I mean, I used to like when I was a little kid. Like I grew up off those like little Tony's personal pizzas. Yeah, my bar is not high. I think. Okay, here's my other thing. I think pizza bread gets a bad rap. I was just talking to Tina about this the other day. Ooh, there's some. This is dirty. This stem here. Most commercial cheese is 99% plastic, anyways. Just use grocery bags. Like French bread pizza, yeah. Like the people like complain about like your school's cardboard pizza. That's pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. My bar's not high. Like I will probably like the most expensive pizza as much as like the cheapest pizza. My elementary school just had Little Caesars on Thursday. That shit was lit. When all you eat is Chinese food at home, white people food becomes a delicacy. Again, I don't have a high bar. I grew up on Little Caesars and McDonald's though. Grass pizza. Tina's here. We when Tina first came back to the Bay Area, we'd go volunteer at the food bank, and then we'd hit up this pizza place. Grass pizza. It was just like pizza with all arugula. It's pretty good. Artichoke pizza, pretty good. I love arugula. Arugula is sometimes a little too wild for me. Like it's risky. I like safe greens, like spinach. I feel so protected by spinach. Hey, what's up? From the guy who purchased your Red Early. Hey! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I should be trying to get out the stuff tomorrow. I also need to ship out a bunch of stream packages, too. Reyes, what's your favorite pizza? I'm talking about pizza here. What's your favorite style of pizza? Where might you like getting pizza from? What do you put on your pizza? Why is it Costco? Costco's not bad either. You know what I wish though? Costco would make one of those combo or the supreme pizzas, but like without the meat. Is my pizza Costco pizza if I bought everything for it at Costco? Ooh, that's spicy. Costco cheese pizza for the protein. I mean, yeah, no, I'll do the Costco cheese pizza. It's lit. I might have like not mentioned so far to this point here that I'm down with Costco pizza, but it's just I'll only do the cheese one. Yeah, I'm a big pizza guy, that's for sure. What the? Huh? Get in there. There we go. $10 a slice? What? I like spinach on my pizza. Spinach is a good pizza topping. I like spinach, mushroom. Ricotta is a really good pizza topping. Reyes Luo, thank you for the follow. Oh, you know what's lit? You know what I love? I love Blaze Pizza. Blaze Pizza is so good. Oh my god. God, I love that they have broccoli as a topping. It's like crazy good. You're eating Blaze right now? With some wine? That's sick. Is that the LeBron? Yes, that's the LeBron joint, yeah. I've never had mod pizza to the point. I've never had Pieology either. They vegan friendly. Even got dairy free cheese. I mean, like I'll do vegan cheese, but it's not like I can tell it's just not as good as dairy cheese. But yeah, Blaze. Can you look at Blaze pizza toppings like online? Build your own pizza. Let's do this. Anyone want to build a Blaze pizza with me? All right. Here's what I do. We do a classic dough. Ooh. Can you choose more than one? Sometimes I put like the red sauce with the garlic pesto sauce, and then like do the red sauce dollops at the end. Then sometimes you just go crazy with this, you know, you do this shredded mozzarella with the fresh mozzarella, and then you put the ricotta on the top. Yeah, I skipped the meat. I don't think I've had the spicy chorizo there though. But man, I gotta tell you guys, there's a broccoli. Yeah, gotta get this roasted broccoli, man. That is crazy. And the roasted garlic, ooh, oh, unbelievable. I like green bell peppers, mushrooms for sure. Yeah, throw in some basil. I don't know if I have ever put pineapple on one of my Blaze pizzas though. I might throw red onions if I'm feeling spicy. Also, cherry tomatoes too. Um, what else? I like the balsamic glaze. As just like a little drizzle. Ooh, arugula. You can throw an arugula on there, oregano on there, a little sea salt. Yeah, it's real good. Roast garlic is so good, man. I guess you guys, oh, welcome to the club. Fresh garlic on pizza is so underrated. It's game changer. All right, then I'll have to do that next time. Is chopped garlic? Is that the one? Should I do that and roasted garlic? Time to order them right now. It's closed. I don't think I can right now. Okay, actually, I can kind of see that these Alps stems are pretty dirty. And maybe I can see why people say don't use a wet lube. I'm hungry now. Why does all the dough say vegan? All pizza dough is vegan? Oh, not the cauliflower one. The cauliflower one has dairy and eggs. Which is kind of crazy, right? That feels kind of crazy. Yeah, it's gluten-free, but then not vegan. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, it's crazy. You'd think they'd have figured out a way, you know? What are your guys' thoughts on pineapple on pizza? I gave my piece, which I think is like a decently rational take. Is good. Would you ever have just a pineapple pizza? It's like cheese, you know, it's like dough, sauce, cheese, and then pineapple. Would you ever do that? I wouldn't mind. Calabrian chili pepper sauce cheese pizza I made today probably would have been good with pineapple, not gonna lie. Only if it's freshly cut. What do you guys think about those, like, you know, the real like, you know, kind of like fancy pizzas? Like, you know, it'll be like what is it, like fig and apple, and then like maybe if you eat meat they put bacon on it, and then they like they throw in some balsamic glaze. Are you guys with that one? Yeah, goat cheese. Send me that. Maybe even like slices of peach. Neapolitan is BS, floppy and soggy. Oh, one thing is I can't stand though. I'm not an olive guy. I'm not an olive guy. Man, there's a pizza joint kind of near me, and you know, they typically just I like it. It's one of my favorite pizzas, but you know, sometimes I just get a slice of cheese if they don't have like the veggie. Sometimes they don't like pre-make the veggies, so I kind of just pick up a slice of veggie all the time. One time I called in an order. I was like, "Hey, can I get a slice of veggie?" I was like, "Okay, it'll be a little bit." I go in and pick it up, and it's all olives. It's just olives. What the hell? What is this? Oh shit. I had a uni pizza with octopus at a fancy restaurant. Probably the best pizza I ever had. I ate a straight can of olives earlier. What the hell? I don't mind olive, but if I had a choice, I would not put olive on pizza. Yeah, like I can like stand olives if it's not the only thing. 20 years ago, Italian pizza was regarded as lower quality than American. They took that personally. Psychology, get the munchies. Call them doesn't stand a chance. Black olives only for me, and they have to be pearl. Fancy pizza here is King and Rosso, but I think it's only in Texas. Operation Mecca, welcome back. Olive only pizza sounds man. Jesus, it's not for me. But like, just imagine my disappointment. Imagine my disappointment when you ask for a veggie pizza and you only get one topping, which is the only topping you hate. Olives are going in on pasta and salads for me. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm like into sour. Like I only like sour when it's like fruit or candy. But like sour, savory, that's I don't like it. I'm not a pickle guy. Green olives better than black olives. You guys ever had mac and cheese pizza? I had a Big Mac pizza last year. It wasn't even bad. It tastes like Big Mac. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. I remember when I was in college, I went to school at UC Berkeley and graduated in 2012. And there was a place off Shattuck Avenue, that did like all deep fried food, like deep fried tempura style. It was lit. And they would just like kind of batter and fry up everything, but like they would fry it up like whole. So you could get like a slice of pizza and they just like batter up the whole slice of pizza, fry that up. I'll say this, I've been sleeping on Domino's sausage. Never mind the pizza, the Italian sausage itself is really good. Tastes good, but I feel nauseous after 30 minutes. Heavy on the carbs and grease, but a good treat. I remember this deep frying place, they did like, they make like a little cake of mac and cheese, and then they batter and deep fried that. And then they would have challenges, and one of the challenges was eating 12 of those in like 30 minutes. Just like little patties, of deep fried mac and cheese. I thought I could do it, but apparently it's harder than all of the other challenges they had. I'd take a deep fried stromboli covered in marinara, like a chimichanga. My heart would stop. They were the only good thing our school lunch had. I've been doing this so like mindlessly. I wonder how many of these I actually did properly. I miss Sparrows. Popcorn Chicken Day. crazy that like pizza delivery was like without GPS, you know? That's kind of crazy in retrospect. That's pretty wild. That was like a different type of resourcefulness that people had to have been, you know? Just some 16-year-old finding a way around town raw. Yeah. Now there's that like Domino's like progress bar. I was thinking about this a little while back, but it was just like, yeah, that was MapQuest is crazy. Yahoo Maps, MapQuest, all that. I remember like this is what, like 2007? Like I always just be printing out directions. And then like I just remember like my back seat was just like full of like, or like the floor of the back seat was just full of paper that's been stepped on. It's just all like old instructions from like 3 weeks before. like black footprints all over these sheets of paper. Still finding that Pokemon Go as a way to build a geomapping slash a GPS app. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't miss trying to reverse directions back home and still fuck up. Damn, classic. I remember. Okay, here's one story. A couple of my buddies were on the basketball team, and I would try to go to the away games. Like I try to just go watch because I like basketball. I like my friends, And then like, but this was MapQuest era. And I remember there was this like one like high school that was like probably 30, 45 minutes away. And they had multiple games there, and every single time the MapQuest instructions to get to this were just like nonsense. Like you'd follow the instructions, and then like you weren't at a school. you're just you're just like you're just like still on a street. Like it's just like a main street. There's no school here. Good times. I finished my pizza. Gonna watch some Invincible before I go to bed. Have a good stream. John Bond, thanks so much for dropping by again. Hope you have a good night. Oh. Sometimes you get this thing where the spring doesn't land on the peg it's supposed to be on. And then like it doesn't really press down properly. Just kind of like bouncy in all the wrong ways. I'm very curious, Randy, who you bought these switches from. Because I feel like there's just like there's a lot going on here. one thing I learned is one thing I learned in this hobby is um, I don't think anyone should ever buy switches from just like some other person. It's like you don't know what they've been through. Like they're probably like the worst of the worst switches of their batch. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You can trust my switches, trust me? Hell no. Yeah, people love to misrepresent to make the sale. Yeah, it's like I feel like I've got burned like too many times. This one sounds real crazy. There's nothing you could do, clean the switch if you're buying from someone. It's not even just that. It's just that like okay, if it's like an MX switch, I realized I'll zoom out a little. Also, maybe I'll switch back to this. It's not even that. Like, the issue that I've encountered is that like maybe the contact leaves are like bent or just fucked up in some way, or like literally parts of the plastic, like the housings, might just be also messed up somehow. I'm talking about MX. Like that new barely used Pro 2 that I got, that a matted cat fur and a vomit dampening pad. Jesus. The funny thing is that like new like new as a 2-word descriptor is pretty suggestive. Subjective. It's like it's kind of like anything is like new if it's not the oldest one in existence. You know? I don't know, man. Some of these, even when I've taken the tactile leaves out, some of them just still sound different from each other. Like new if you clean it for 18 hours. Alright, it's already a 10-year-old bored at that point. Like, it literally has the word like in it. Like, that's already just like a subjective descriptor. You know, like new. Something I noticed is like sometimes coworkers. I work remote, so coworkers will sometimes make small talks like, "Oh, how's the weather over there? Is it cold out there?" And it's kind of like you realize like cold is subjective. You know, it's kind of a similar thing. Okay, so these are all the tactility leaves, some of which click. I'm kind of curious if like the ones that seem clicky are actually like different. whatever. Who cares? Okay, so I'm just... I don't know. I mean, maybe I could just sound these out off stream, but like, I already know some of these sound different than others. Like, some of them are still, like, higher pitched than others, like, in terms of that slam to the bottom out. I guess what's kind of funny is you can, I guess, put 2 switches on here at the same time. I think. Will that work? Yeah, you can put 2 at the same time. The lube will definitely dampen that. Yeah, and I think like they're just not lubed that consistently. Ultrasonic might be the best bet for that, but can't be asked. Man. Oh, I wish you didn't say that, because now I kind of feel like I want to. Because I ultrasonic cleaned the Real Force housings, and it's like, oh man, they're really nice that they were clean. I just did all of this, and then I didn't even break everything down. I just took out the leaves. I could still do it. I don't know, maybe it's just like something I gotta think about before I actually do the build. This is slated to go in the Alps Martingale. I mean, I can kind of just do that build whenever, so like I guess I have more time to think about this. Like, I was on my schedule, it's planned for next week, but I mean, I could keep pushing it out if I want to keep thinking about doing this, I guess. So, okay. Anyways, I think that's kind of where I'm gonna end here. We've been streaming how long now? Almost 4 hours. It's like I guess that's kind of early. Like I finishing early. I kind of started a little bit early, but I actually wanted to stream a little earlier so I could make it to the gym. I can't. Oh yeah, that was another thing I wanted to do, Randy, too. Is just like test the actuation of them. So I'm probably gonna grab a multimeter, but I'll probably still just do this off stream. I don't want to spend time doing this. And just whatever on stream. Okay. Let's find a print for you guys. Yeah. Oh, what we got? All right, there's this, what I'm guessing is Julius Caesar at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. A little underexposed. Actually, quite a bit underexposed, but, you know. You guys are the one getting the print, not me. I wonder if I can, like, kind of nix this exit sign. I think that would be pretty tough. What I can do then, maybe we just heal it out. Perfect. Let's also... I want it to cut off because I think there's just something right here that bothers me a little bit right there. I'm thinking that the zoom will kind of kill that. Borderless zoom. All right. Shall we? We shall. All right, I got marbles up. Also, by the way, this is our first stream of March, although I did already do our junk pack giveaway last stream. I think it was on Friday. So we're just doing print stickers today. Shonies, it sounds like Casual Topray Enjoyer has decided to skip or not claim. Shonies, if you're still there, would you like to claim? And if so, which of these stickers would you like? Cute pot? Alright, let's do it. Ayo? Yeah, I mean, it went, yeah, Casual Topper and Jar has decided to pass it on to you. Which of these stickers would you like? If you would like any. Or if you would like to claim. I'll pass this time. Oh, okay. WF Brown. Would you like to claim? Both Casual Topray Enjoyer and Shonies has decided to pass. WF Brown? Do you happen to be there? Pass? Koala! All three people ahead of you have decided to pass. Would you like to claim? If you decide to pass, I'm putting this prize in someone else's random package that I haven't sent out yet. We're not passing to no one. Sure, I'll claim. Hey, finally, there we go. Thank you all to those of you who participated. Which of these stickers would you like to choose? But yes, Shonies, we are passing the last person, the person who has chosen our raid target. Middle finger meowth again is B-Stock. That's a double win. Koala? You there? Top left Dodger one? Hey. Alrighty. Let's take care of business here. Let's raid our good friend CuteBot. Alright, here's all the commands. Discord, join the Discord. Follow Wadogaki. There's supposed to be a drop this weekend. So check him out. Seems pretty sick. Check out the Wadogaki Instagram for more information. Buy my merch. Raid message if you're subbed and raid message if you're not. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow. Good night, guys.